Okay. Boom. Hello, kids.
Hey, guys.
I'm not convinced you can see us yet, but there's some really smart-looking dudes walking around here that are saying that you can. This is Jimmy DeGrasso, Robbie Crane.
Well, I can't be Jimmy DeGrasso because I'm laughing. Nope. Ricky Warwick and
Damon Johnson from Black Star Riders with a latte from our good friends here at the Orchard in New York City. This is so cool for us to get to talk to you guys. There's questions coming in fast and furious. Crazy.
And we have some that you guys already sent into the Facebook page, which we will do our best to answer. Thank you so much for this. Thank you very much for the support. You know, we can't do this without you guys. You're the reason that make all this great stuff happen. So we'll get right to it. First question, Tony Cruz Sisson. What were some of the memorable moments, good or bad, in the making of the Killer Instinct?
A lot of good moments. Nick Raskulinich has this expression that we are all going to use for the rest of our lives. And you would say, oh, Nick, I got a great idea. Why doesn't Ricky double that vocal? And Nick would go, what? So you're going to see it on our album credits. You're going to see it in video. Nick is the man. Did we have any bad moments?
No, it's all good. It was all positive. It was just a great month of fun. To hear very soon.
I think Scott Gorham got mushrooms on his pizza one night. That was bad.
Scotty doesn't like mushrooms.
He doesn't like mushrooms.
I'm going to jump to one of these questions that just came in here, which is very current. Somebody asked if you can just scroll down. Are we going to be playing New York City? I think it's from there. It is. It's from GM Sugary. I think that's the name. Looking forward to you coming back to New York City. Hopefully, at a venue with no tables, so we can all rock the fuck out. Answer your question. Yes, we are. April the 30th, Black Star Riders are going to be playing Irving Plaza, New York City, with Europe. So there you go. April 30th, New York City, Irving Plaza. We will be there. All right.
Here we go. Here's a question from a young man named Ed Fielding,
who we know very well.
Have you any plans on doing a live DVD or CD in the near future? Yes, 100% yes. Very, very much, Ed. And we're going to take your picture and put it on the artwork.
Question from Andy Bradley. Have you any inspirations to play any of the less popular Lizzy songs in your live set? You know, Andy, one of the things we've got now, we now have 2 Black Star Riders albums to choose from, and obviously there's going to be a time constraint, so we have to pick our songs very, very carefully. There's certain Lizzy songs that people expect us to play, and we love playing them. You know, the Jailbreaks, the Boys Are Back in Town, that kind of stuff. We did try playing a couple of, I guess, lesser well-known Lizzy songs in the past, and the problem is not that many people know them. You know, most people know the big songs, so that's what you're up against. But we're always up for trying Lizzy stuff. We love, myself and Damon are such huge fans. We love all the songs, so you never know what may be coming at you in the future.
Well said, lad. Here's a question from Sven Peterson. It looks like a Swedish name, bro. Sweden this summer? Question mark. The answer is yes. We're getting some festival dates coming in right now from our men behind the scenes. Sweden has been so great to Black Star Riders, and certainly to Thin Lizzy. We'll be there every year in some form, at one place or another at least. So Sweden for sure.
All right, here's one from Anthony Ray. Would you guys and Black Star Riders tour with Queen if they offered you to open for them like Thin Lizzy did in 1977? Absolutely. Why wouldn't we?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes,
of course.
Absolutely. That would be amazing.
Let's go to the computer. Here's Augie133. Are you playing more with Europe after the shows in the UK? Yeah, as I just said, we're doing New York City, Irving Plaza with our friends in Europe, and I think Chicago House of Blues has just been announced. I think there'll be maybe 3 or 4 US dates with the guys in Europe. So answer to your question is yes. That's it for now. There might be more shows later on in the year. I don't know, but we like those guys and they're friends of ours, so we're always happy to play.
Here's a biggie. Let's see. Do you think, this is from Ron Lynott. Do you think the fans of Lizzy are accepting BSR as a band or is more as a Lizzy sound-alike. I think that the Lizzy faithful have been incredibly supportive of this band, doing two things: creating brand new music, and two, continuing to celebrate and honor the spirit that was Phil Lynott, that was Thin Lizzy, and that is Thin Lizzy, because Thin Lizzy certainly lives on in all of the fans. It lives on in Scott Gorham for sure, and Ricky and myself as well, as being, you know, even a small footnote on that. We've said continually how blown away we are at the support that we've gotten, particularly from the Thin Lizzy fan base, and we're proud of that and very grateful for that. So thank you very much.
I'm just going to the computer here because somebody said, I think it's Carlisle Idiots. Yeah, your question is, we played in Carlisle as Thin Lizzy. Would we come back to Carlisle? Absolutely. That was a great show. I believe it was at the Sound Centre. Very hot and sticky, sweaty summer's night. Yeah, absolutely. Carlisle's great. I'd come back in a heartbeat. Yes is the answer.
Matthew Hernandez asks, what is your favorite Thin Lizzy album? Ricky Warwick.
Black Rose.
Live and Dangerous.
All right, here's one from... I got to ask because this is funny. From Alan Morgan. Was Ricky starstruck at all the first time he played with Damon? No.
Well done, Alan Morgan. My boy. Here we go. Good question here. Paul Stone. What's your three favorite riffs in the Black Star Riders canon so far? For me, can I go first?
Go ahead, bro. Yeah.
Kingdom of the Lost, The Killer Instinct, Soldier's Town, which you have not even heard yet. Boom! Roasted you.
I'd definitely go for Soldier's Town off the new record. Kingdom of the Lost, I got to go for as well. And Through the Motions is really cool from the new record as well, which you're about to hear about. So there you go.
Ricky loves it when I answer his questions for him. Okay, David Argyle. Ricky, when are you going to do another acoustic tour?
I don't know.
You better ask me to play with him when he goes. That bastard.
I like this one. There's Greg Harmon. Do you like bees? No, I prefer wasps.
Zach Oulay, I think is the right way you pronounce that. What was the first guitar you owned?
It was a guitar called a Westbury.
Fender Jazzmaster.
All right, here's one from Oscar Flanagan. Where are you from, Ricky? I am from Newton Arts, County Down, Northern Ireland.
Jordan Dennis asks, will future shows include stripped down acoustic performances of the songs slipped into the set? I think you're going to get one of two things. I think you're going to get the full-blown electric show. They'll always have Ricky on some acoustic guitar. The stripped down thing we would probably do as a full performance, you know, like maybe do a handful of dates where we are just on acoustic guitars. We talked about that. We've been kind of keeping the acoustic thing, especially for the VIP thing that we do in a lot of the shows. But without a doubt, man, these songs were all written on acoustic guitar to begin with, so that'll always be a big part of what we're doing. Mark Rankin asks, what's your favorite color?
Mark Ranks, what are you doing? That's family. That's one of my bros in Belfast.
Yeah, well, he asked a
Mark Rankin,
question.
favorite color is the opposite of whatever football team you support. I believe it's Manchester United. So I want to say blue.
Oh, blue for me too. It's the new black. I like black. Ken Riley. Whoa, Ken, this is a long question. Wow. Hey, Damon and Ricky, I was lucky enough to see BSR in Nashville. I can honestly say it's one of the best shows I've ever seen. Are you happy with trying to break through and get the crowds you deserve in the U.S., headlining your own shows? Or do you have thoughts of opening for bands that constantly tour the summer or co-headliners like Kiss or Def Leppard to get even more exposure? Great question, Ken.
Both.
We want to play both, man. We just want to play. We just want to play. We want to play in the U.S. Any opportunity that we get. Small rooms, big rooms. It's always fantastic to play with the bigger established bands because it just puts you in front of more people. But I think we've already proven that we're just committed to playing live anywhere, anytime. Good question.
That's a pretty good question. I hope I got his name right. Peter Rattray. Ricky Damon, how does the sound of the new album differ from the sound you had planned if Joe Elliott had produced the album as was originally in the works? Two different people. You know, that's what you get. It's all about personalities. Joe has got a big personality. Nick Raskulinecz has got a great personality as well. So everybody brings in different ideas, a different approach, different instinct into it. I don't know. I mean, we'll never find out. You know, working with Joe would have been amazing. Working with Nick Raskulinecz was amazing. It was mind blowing. I think he really pushed us as individuals, as a band. He got very emotionally attached to the music, to us as people, and it was a great experience working with him. And you know, much as I love Joe to death, I'm overwhelmed with how great the record turned out with Nick. So we're happy. So it would have been great with Joe as well.
Some great questions coming in here, man. This is from Marlena and Jeffrey Weaver. I had the chance to see Lizzy at the World Series of Rock in '79, and I love seeing Black Star Riders last year. Thank you. Who was your first concert, and who was your favorite concert?
First concert would be in Stiff Little Fingers in Belfast. Favorite concert? Too many. Far too many. I've enjoyed too many.
My first show ever was Boston and Sammy Hagar together. My favorite concert would have been... Whoa.
Well, there you go.
That's
you can't
tough.
Think of it.
Jeff Beck and Stevie Ray Vaughan co-headlining tour 1989, Birmingham.
Carlisle, it is. Who will win the fight, Lemmy or God? Same person, so no contest.
Would you guys, sorry about, I can't pronounce some of these Facebook names. GMSUG, oh, Sugaree, GM Sugaree, there we go. Would you guys consider playing U.S. festivals that aren't hard rock based? Absolutely. We'd love to see you play somewhere like different audiences like Bonnaroo. Bonnaroo would be incredible. And I think Black Star Riders would be an incredible addition to that festival. Great question.
Greg Harmon, Kiss or Motley Crue, Motorhead.
Damon, are you still playing Wizard Amps? Duh. Yes, always. Thank you. Oscar Flanagan asks, who are your biggest influences?
Thin Lizzy, Stiff Little Fingers, MC5, Motorhead, Clash, Ramones, Bruce Springsteen, Tamla Motown, Northern Soul, you know.
AC/DC, Ronnie Van Zant, Merle Haggard, Tom Petty, Neil Young, Barry Bailey, Gary Moore, Jimmy Page, Aerosmith's first 4 records, Van Halen's first 5 records, Kiss Destroyer, Steve Earle.
All right, here's one from Eric Klambara. How long did it take to make the new album?
It took 1 week to rehearse it. It took 3 weeks to record it. It took a week and a half to mix it, mixed by the great Jay Rustin. Jay, you're a badass. Shout out to you, bro.
This is a good one from Mary Lou Rath. Could you describe the writing process for a Black Star Riders album? Who contributes what? How long do songs take to get together? Is it fun? And Damon, do you have a favorite guitar?
Wow, great questions. Ricky and I do a lot of the heavy lifting. Ricky always has lyrics good to go at any moment. Ricky's also a great guitar player himself, so he comes up with a lot of cool riffs that we kind of work on together sometimes. I'll bring him a piece of music. Scott Gorham will bring in a piece of music. The songs get written pretty fast. We've learned that if you labor over them, they usually sound labored over. It is fun. It's a blast. It's far more fun to write with Ricky
Thank you.
than it was to write with Madonna.
That's a good one from Joe Wild.
I do have a favorite guitar, my Les Paul,
sorry.
my Honeyburst Les Paul. That's my number one. It's a great guitar. I bought it 20 years ago in Birmingham. First gig I ever did with it was when Brother Kane opened for Ted Nugent. Thanks for the question.
One from Joe Wild. Which album was more fun to write? And more specifically, was there a song you particularly enjoyed writing and recording? Definitely for me, The Killer Instinct, the current album, was more fun to write just because it's a different set of circumstances. And, you know, we were very aware that we were writing for Black Star Riders. None of the confusion that was surrounding the name change that went on before we did All Hell Breaks Loose. So I particularly enjoyed writing this one. All the songs are fun to write. It's just fun. It's just fun working with this guy. It's fun working with the guys in the band. It's very inspiring.
Here is question. Oh, this is great. Eamon O'Neill. If the band all had to swap instruments, who would play what and why? And would Jimmy DeGrasso front the band? No, Jimmy would not front the band because Jimmy would bitch about a lot. I don't know, man. If we could swap instruments, I'd really like to play the bass. I like playing the bass guitar. Ricky?
I don't know. It's kind of, well, you kind of took it, man. I don't really fancy playing the drums, so that's it. So I guess I'd swap guitar for guitar. So,
I like it.
But no, we wouldn't let Jimmy sing.
Oneida 41859, another question. We going to see a live DVD soon? Yes. 100%. Yes.
Wow, here's one from, is it Morgan's Balslav? I'm sorry if I got that wrong. Who are your idols and who does inspire you to keep on making music? Our idols are the bands that we grew up with, the bands that we went to see and the albums we bought when we were kids. That doesn't really change when you get older. And I think the inspiration comes from a love of music and a love of wanting to write better songs and play a better show than the last one. That inspires you every day. I mean, if you can't get inspired by being able to do this full time as your job, then you hit serious problems.
Great, bro. Great. Oscar Flanagan, when did you guys start playing guitar? How about you, Ricky?
When I was about, seriously, when I was about 13, 14.
Same here. Maybe 12. I had a little band at 13 and starting to piece songs together.
Here's one. Would you guys consider doing a completely Celtic album in the same style as Gary Moore's Wild Frontier, or would this be too much Irish at one time?
Well,
never have enough Irish.
Gary was such a legend himself, man. So special. I'm a massive fan of really every phase of Gary's career, a deep fan. So I know specifically the album you're referring to. The thing you got to remember that those albums were so special and that sound was so special because that's who Gary was. That's where he was from. Certainly having Ricky in the band, we're going to always have some of that color in our songs, lyrics, sound, and everything. But I don't know, man. I just feel like some of that is kind of sacred ground. It's kind of hard to do it better than Gary. It's really special.
Here's another one from Carlisle. It is. He says he's going to go for it. Are you guys playing Download Festival? And do you pronounce it Download or Donington? Well, be careful what you wish for because you never know. That's all I'm saying. It's always going to be Donington to me. So I guess, it's Download Festival at Donington.
Yeah.
There's another one, John North. Were you guys sad to see Marco Mendoza leave?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Marco's our boy. He's our brother. We spent a lot of time together. He's obviously one of the great musicians of our time. It's really special. And Marco, his phone rings a lot. He gets lots of calls about all kinds of musical endeavors. And man, it was a love fest when he split because we wish him the best, and I know he does to us. And Marco works in so many different settings. We'll be seeing him, I'm sure, this year a good amount. And it was bittersweet, man. But we got a great man to come in and fill the bass slot, and Robbie. And we wish Marco the best. We love him.
Here's one from Peter Rattray. Have you considered recording, performing any Phil Lynott Grand Slam material? Now, some of it was good and deserves to be heard by bigger audience. Military Man and Sisters of Mercy would make great BSR songs. P.S. Seeing you guys in my head in a couple of weeks. Well, Peter, for the same reason we changed the name, no. That's Phil stuff is sacred and it should be left, in my opinion, the way Phil did it, because you can't better it. And those are good songs that you mentioned by Grand Slam. But we're forging ahead with Black Star Riders, and that's where the future has taken us. And I wouldn't be happy re-recording any of the stuff that Phil was in the studio and did. It just doesn't seem right, which is why we became Black Star Riders in the first place.
From David from David Kotzen. Ricky, you rock a lot. You sound as if Phil lived inside you. What is your favorite Lizzy song and your favorite Black Star Riders song? David from France.
Wow, well, that's really sweet of you, David. Thank you very much. Phil's a huge influence on me. I always tell any kid that's starting out to go on YouTube and look at Phil, because he had it all. You know, singing wise, lyric writing wise, attitude wise. Look, he's the ultimate rock and roller as far as I'm concerned. So, you know, if you're going to learn from the best, and Phil is one of the best. That's very sweet of you to say that. It's hard for me to pick a favorite Thin Lizzy song. There's just so many. And the same with BSR. You get so emotionally attached to them. And, you know, some songs are you know, I get up one day and that's my favorite song. I'm in a different mood the next day and it will change. And that's pretty much how it is. So I can't actually pick one. I'm sorry. So vague.
I have to give a shout out to some of our friends from Russia. We're getting some questions in, but they're not, we can't interpret them because they're in Russian.
We don't speak Russian. Sorry.
I wish you could send them in English. Thank you. But yeah, see if you can fix that on your YouTube feed.
Sarah Adams is asking about the VIP packages for the forthcoming Black Star Riders Europe UK tour. They are on sale. Go to the Black Star Riders Facebook pages, Twitter, or blackstarriders.com, our website. You get all the info there, and we're offering, as we always do, we're trying to give as much value for money as we can. We'll do a full acoustic set. We'll play 3 or 4 numbers acoustic for you, and you get the full meet and greet experience, and get to hang out, and get to chat, and ask us some more questions, and you can hear our really boring answers in person.
We were asked this question earlier today. Ricky, what was the first record you ever bought, and do you still have it?
Inflammable Material by Stiff Little Fingers, and yes, I do.
Kiss, Destroyer. Yes, I do. Stuart Roberts, any chance you'll be touring in Canada soon? Yes, there is a chance. There's a good chance. We've been getting a lot of, you know, messages and tweets and stuff from our friends in Canada. I certainly have spent a lot of time up there over my career and love it. Some great rock and roll fans up there. We'd love to come. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Thank you.
I hope I get this name right. It's Mim Elena. It's for Damon. What's it like to play with Scott Gorham? And what was it like when you first started playing with him? Intimidating or inspiring?
Great question. It was incredible. I was really nervous. Just not like scared nervous, but really excited nervous. I almost felt like in a way I'd been playing guitar with Scott Gorham my whole life because I would play along with those records. I mean, as recently as 5 years ago, before I joined Thin Lizzy, I would still put on those records and play, you know, particularly to a lot of Scott's stuff. So incredible experience for me and an honor. Thank you for that question. Let's see. There was one good one that just went by. Can you scroll that back up? Let's see. Darren Griffiths. How has the music industry changed for both of you since the onset of the digital age and the age of the internet? And do you disagree with YouTube for giving their stuff away? My short answer is you just have to adapt. I didn't disagree with YouTube. That was a very disruptive event. And it brought a lot of attention to them, good or bad. It could be argued that that in itself was a success because it's hard for anybody, even the established acts, to attract much attention these days. So, you know, YouTube's entitled to do whatever they feel like is best for them.
I mean, I love U2. I just disagreed with them forcing the album on us. You know, if you had iTunes, you had the album. I know the option was there whether you could download it or not, but it would be nice to, I guess, have the choice. But yeah, Damon's right. You got to adapt or die.
Hi, Ricky and Damon. I know you always have a very enthusiastic crowd at your shows. How hard is it to play in front of a more quiet group, and how do you deal with that? Great question. You just keep playing. I've done it myself at my own shows. I've watched Ricky do it with his own shows and Black Star Riders. It's like, look, ultimately people are there to hear the music. So I think we both tend to kind of put a clamp on the chatter and just keep playing the music.
Yeah. Lynn Lamont, see you in Glasgow. You will. We can't wait. 2 nights. It's going to be really good.
Roland Horace, planning touring in
Germany again.
In Germany again. Will you play Will you play Black Rose again? I saw you guys last year 3 times, none of BSR. You didn't play. Black Rose is one of the greatest Thin Lizzy songs, one of the greatest songs, period, of all time. I can't say that we won't ever play Black Rose in Black Star Riders. We don't have plans to play it this year. A lot of songs on the song list that we're working up, but Black Rose, epic. Great choice, man. Good question. Thank you.
Lynn Lamont again, any chance you guys will be playing Download? Already kind of answered that. Yes, there is a chance we will be playing Download. Metalhead, who are you guys? I don't know who the fuck are you. Hello again from Russia. Hi, Russia.
That's awesome. I'm from Russia. That we could read. Now, if you could ask a question, we will get it. We will answer it for you. I promise. I promise. Hey, guys.
It's a good one for you.
Blair.
Linthorne. Blair Linthorne. Hey, guys, was there a pressure to follow the footsteps of Phil? Love Black Star Riders and Brother King.
Thank you, Blair. No pressure. We don't feel like we're even really following in Phil's footsteps. We're kind of celebrating his footsteps.
Amen.
And Ricky said it so great in an interview one time. He said, you don't fill those shoes, you just stand beside them. And Ricky has certainly done a fucking incredible job when he became the lead singer of Thin Lizzy. And when Scott kind of gave us all the gift of the opportunity to write some new music and still celebrate that spirit as a new band, was a big day, and Ricky's doing an amazing job. Do either of you have Spinal Tap moments?
Every day. Every day. If you're a musician, you're in this business, your life is pretty much Spinal Tap, and you do catch yourself doing things where you're like, hang on, really, I need to get over myself here. Yeah, it's just the nature of what we do.
Can you go back one? Sorry. Do you guys know any Swedish? Oscar Flanagan. No, unfortunately, I don't. But I do love Swedish meatballs. Does that count?
And we love playing in Sweden.
Love Sweden. Here's a good one for Ricky about the Hearts on Trees album. Ricky, that song Psycho is so disturbing but so fucking amazing. Is it about Jimmy DeCross?
Jimmy's gonna kill us, man. Jimmy, we love you. Thank you. It is an amazing song, and unfortunately I didn't write it. It was written by a gent called Leon Payne, and it is a very great and disturbing song. I'm glad you like it.
JP, greetings from Chile. Greetings, JP. Would love to come down to South America, bro. Hope we do. Metalhead, hey guys, are you going to play live in Athens, Greece? Would love to. We did a show there in Lizzy, right?
We did, yeah.
2012.
Yeah.
Amazing, man. We'd love to come back. Thank you. Kirk the Ripper Hammett, what are your favorite songs to play live? I love playing Kingdom of the Lost off the first album. I love playing The Boys Are Back in Town.
Jailbreak's always good.
I love playing Bloodshot. That's a song of Scott's from the first album. It's just a blast to play. And we're still working up. We've really yet to work up the material for the new album. We're literally doing that next week. So we'll do the same Q&A again a week from now, Mike.
Here's what, my name is a random sentence. I like it. Will you come to Romania? We would, you guys are on here, and it's great you're asking us to come to the countries that you live in. We will come and play anywhere if we get a promoter wants us to come, and it's possible for us to come and play there. Absolutely, we just want to play. So the best thing you guys can do is find out who your local promoter is, get them to try and get in touch with our management or our agent, and book the band and plead a strong case why Black Star Riders should come and play in your country, and we will come and play if it's logistically possible, and we can do it. We will be there. So the answer is yes to all of those.
Can you go at one? That was a great question. Ricky, I love your storytelling lyrics. What other songwriters or authors or poets are your favorites?
Oh, well, Thank you. Everything from Phil Lynott, of course, to Joe Strummer, to Bob Dylan, to Steinbeck, to Cormac McCarthy, T.S. Eliot, Dylan Thomas, any of the classic writers. To, like I said, Cormac McCarthy is one of the newer writers. I read a lot and I listen to a lot of music and I try to sort of take it all on board. Everything is an influence.
Forgive me.
Damon Johnson's an influence.
And a good one. Forgive me for not pronouncing your name right. Is it Anka Nicholson? Anka, thank you for writing to us. You're always on our Twitter and our Facebook. It's awesome. Thank you very much. Hey guys, last tour you played Southbound. Southbound is a rare Thin Lizzy song. Any chance you'll play a new old song this tour? If so, I think Cold Sweat would fit your sound perfectly. We want to at least do one.
Storm and Norman 64. Are you playing Belfast this year? My man, I take it you're from Belfast. Where you been, brother? We're at the Ulster Hall on March the 3rd with Europe. It's almost sold out. So if you're thinking about coming, get in fast and get your tickets. So yes, March 3rd, Ulster Hall, Belfast.
Wow, a lot of great questions coming in here, man. Yeah, keep going down, Mike, if you don't mind. Here we go. Damon, what's the difference between playing with Black Star Riders and when you play with Alice Cooper? I met you in St. John's, Newfoundland in 2006. Thank you, Blair. Pretty big difference. You know, with Coop, it is definitely more of a production, you know. It's almost vaudeville, Broadway. It's incredible. So there's a lot of pacing to that as a show, whereas in Black Star Riders, it's like full-on guitar onslaught from beginning to end. But I love playing in both bands.
Here's one from John North. Who else was considered for the role of drummer before Jimmy was picked? And Damon, thanks for the plaque you gave me in Dublin over a year ago. Hard to believe. Nobody. Damon suggested Jimmy. Jimmy has a fantastic resume, played with some great bands. We all knew him. We all knew what a great drummer he was. So it was a no-brainer. Jimmy wanted the gig, and the gig was his. Simple.
Great question. What do you think about the Russian metal scene? I apologize that the only Russian metal I own isn't even Russian. It's the Scorpions. They're from Germany. I know there's some great bands in Russia. I got to play there a couple of times with Alice Cooper, and Black Star Riders would love to come to Russia and play. We've talked about it with our agent. We've talked about it in band meetings. So thank you all so much for the support and the interest in the band. I hope we can come this year. Thank you.
Ras Al Ghul, how many tattoos do you have? Too many.
Too many? I have one. Will there be some new video from the new album, and when? Yes, there will be, and soon. And I'm not kidding. Very soon. Let's put Ricky on the spot. At the Steelhouse Festival last year, you witnessed Sebastian Bach's hissy fit when the photographers in the pit. What did you think at the time? Ha ha.
That's our Baz, and that's why we love him.
We love Baz. He's a crazy boy. Crazy boy. The Turkey Dinosaur asked, any chance I can have a jam with you before the Newcastle gig? No.
Strawberry or raspberry?
Spanky Grant, did Scott finish writing his book yet?
It's out.
Yeah, I think that book is out.
It's out. It came out last year, 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah, I think that was the book. So yeah, it's out. I just want to hear the crazy road stories he has. There's some good stuff in that book. You should check it out. And yeah, it's an amazing book.
The Amorettes, Carlisle ladies, Amorettes are playing Carlisle in 3 weeks. What do you think of them, ladies? Go see them. They're amazing.
Badass.
Absolutely brilliant band.
It's going to be great.
If you're a fan of the Runaways or the Donners, I know it's easy comparisons to make, but they've got that spirit. They've got great songs, great stage presence, and they can play. And you're in for a treat. Go see them.
Patriot Pizza Man, do you guys play Still in Love with You on this tour? There are no plans for us to play Still in Love with You on this tour, even though I feel like that's the greatest song Phil Lynott ever wrote. It's extraordinary.
Are you going for a more poppy sound than the old Thin Lizzy? The Killer Instinct sounded very poppy to me. Thin Lizzy were poppy. You dancing in the moonlight, Sarah? Come on.
Even Waiting for an Alibi, Dancing in the Moonlight for sure.
There's nothing wrong with being too poppy.
Yeah, man, that's the stuff.
As long as you're rocky, you can be poppy.
Good question. Has there been any talk of releasing a live CD at some point? Yes. Absolutely. Damon, thank you for playing Kingsport, Tennessee on your solo tour. What a good time. Thank you.
What else we got?
What Swedish band do you like?
Backyard Babies, great guys, great band. Helicopters,
man. But Backyard Babies, killer.
We got that's 50 times, but love the albums, artwork. Who picks the artwork? You know, I kind of came up with the idea for the first album, just seeing a show on the History Channel about, you know, World War II, American flight crews and the old B-17 bombers and how they decorated in those kinds with the graffiti and the pin-up curls. And we're just all love that art style, and we're all a fan of that. So, you know, I mentioned it to the guys, and we all worked on it together, and we've expanded it into the second album now.
Lynn Lamont, would you guys do a Stage It show where fans can pay to watch and bid for band merch and memorabilia? We're certainly open to that idea. That's been discussed about doing a Stage It show, because it just gives us a chance to like advertise a live performance that everyone could just log on to their computer and see. I think that's a fucking great idea. Thank you. Thank you. Let me kick over here for a second.
Sven Ingvar Peterson, Europe is Swedish. Yes, they are. They are Swedish. And they are good guys. And we're really looking forward to playing them.
Stefan Jordanov asked, do you collect your own limited edition records? I do not.
Yeah, you know, we get given them, and it's nice to have them, to show family, to show friends, and, you know, to keep a record of no pun intended, of what you've done.
Oh, I took that meaning incorrectly. Yeah, I definitely hang on to the Black Star Riders records. Those things look killer.
Yeah.
When you see the new one, it's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna blow your mind. The Killer Instinct vinyl is spectacular.
Patriot Pizza Man, love the art, you guys. I'm racing for your CDs. Thank you very much. I'm really glad you like it. We're very happy with it.
Here we go. This is from Jacob Swire. For Damon, do you enjoy playing with DeGrasso? Did you get him the gig with BSR, or did he help you get it? I know you both were with Cooper for a while. Yes, I enjoyed playing with Jimmy DeGrasso. It is exactly the reason why I suggested him to the other guys in the band.
Jimmy's great.
So it was a leap of faith, I guess, you know, for me to throw Jimmy's name in the hat so quickly. But everyone reacted so positive just at the mention of his name. Some almost didn't even believe he'd be available. So it's worked out. Jimmy's a badass. Love that guy.
One Aida 41859. How's Scott Gorham doing on his e-cig? He's doing very good.
He's still on it.
He's still on it.
Sure.
I think he's been off cigarettes now for nearly 5 years at this point.
Franco Nardini, when are you coming to Argentina? I don't know yet, Franco, but God, we want to so much, man. Some of the most passionate hard rock fans on the planet are in Argentina and South America in general. We would love that, man. Fingers crossed. Thank you.
Oh, what else we got? Some more in Russian there, which we can't understand, but I'm sure it's...
Sam Walker, hey guys, what do you think Phil would think of BSR if he was still with us? He would dig it, man. He would dig it a lot. He'd be happy to know that Scott is playing and having a great time. And I think he would be flattered that some guys are
you know, obviously,
so influenced by him.
Obviously, Scott Gorham, I knew Phil is good, if not better than anyone. He was his bro, and you know, and Scott says Phil would totally have dug the fact that, you know, we're out there playing rock and roll, because that was what Phil was all about. He was a rocker through and through, and he'd be pleased that his boys, as Damon said, Scott was still out there kicking out the jams. Absolutely.
Sarah Rodriguez, have you ever met Nightwish? What do you think of them? I have met Nightwish, and they're badass. Great. We've done a couple of festivals with them. Fantastic live band. We'd love to play with them again.
Mark MSR007007. Hey guys, what's it like working with Scott Goran and playing with him on tour and hanging out with him? I think you guys know the answer to that. It is an honor and a privilege. He is amazing. He's a great guy. We all look up to him. He is, I said, a true rock and roller. He's badass. He's a great guitar player, and he's a lot of fun to hang out with. He's got a great dry sense of humor, and he tells great stories on the bus after the shows. What else we got?
Let's see. Mogan Spalslav, another question. What's a good melody or a riff to you? Is it difficult to come up with new ideas, to write something which hasn't already been done? And what comes first, the melody or the lyric? This band, they come up all kinds of different ways. And a lot of that credit goes to Ricky because, you know, Ricky brings in riffs, Ricky brings in melodies, Ricky brings in lyrics. And, you know, I think that's really been the key to our songwriting collaboration, is that the two of us have just done so much songwriting through the years. There's no riff or melody or chord progression that I can throw at the guy that he won't come up with something just right out of the gate. And we're not precious about it either. The whole process moves pretty fast, and you know we have a sense pretty quickly if it's something that's worth pursuing. And you know, if I play him something he's not crazy about, I don't fight him over it.
Do you want to answer this one, Mr. Hellstorm74? Damon, have you watched the footage of Brother Kane and
Vallejo
jamming at the Cotton Club in ATL doing Purple Rain?
I have not, but I sure do love the Cotton Club in ATL. I remember that gig fondly. So many great performances at the Cotton Club in Atlanta. I wish that club was still there. It'd be a great place for Black Star Riders to play. Thank you.
We've already answered that one with Queen. Favorite singer or bands? I mean, too many to mention. Obviously, Thin Lizzy, Phil, DC, Stiffle Fingers, Motorhead. You know, there's too many. We love music.
Yeah. So you have to forgive us. We've been answering that question a lot today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start changing them. The Marshall Tucker Band.
There you go. Favorite new bands? That's from Onita 41859. I really like a couple of Irish bands like Trucker Diablo, a great band. I'm really digging them. They've been around for a little while, but I still consider them new. What about you? The new bands are floating about?
Favorite new bands? Tax the Heat. Tax the Heat.
Of course.
Definitely a favorite new band. There's a great band that we see a lot in Nashville. They're called Thelma and the Sleaze. It's a three-piece girl band. They're badass. You should check them out. Oh, this is great. Carlisle Idiots. Great questions. Does it piss you off when the fans don't do the coyote call back as loud as you want them to in Cowboy song? No, it doesn't piss us off. But I love it when they do. It's a lot of fun, man.
Blair, Linthorne, Ricky, I know you've toured with Def Leppard in 2003. Do you think Black Star Riders would tour with the Leps now that both bands will have new albums out this year? A Canadian tour would be super cool. Yes, it would. We would love to tour with Def Leppard. Joe Elliott, look after your old buddy. Please make it happen.
Some nice comments. Thank you there, Patriot Pizza Man. Saying you admire how we changed the name to Black Star Riders. We appreciate that a lot, man. Thank you. Do you guys have something funny to tell us?
The last 45 minutes of questions.
I need to floss my teeth. That's pretty funny, don't you think? What do you think of the whole rock is dead debate? Do you feel pretty alive still? You know, it's subjective. It depends on what you're talking about. Is rock dead compared to how things were promoted and exposed to the audience 20 years ago? Yes, it is. But rock music is not dead. It's just up to the rock musicians to keep writing rock songs and performing rock shows for rock fans. As long as that's happening, how can rock possibly be dead?
Sophie Bickley, will you be playing any Thin Lizzy songs on your upcoming tour of the UK? Yes, absolutely.
Okay, C for Steel. Damon, I really want to know your favorite song. Highway to Hell, AC/DC. It's my favorite song of all time. Thank you.
Napoleon's Super, I hope I said that right. When are you going to announce more European shows? Very soon. We're going to be announcing tour dates right throughout the year, so keep checking back on the websites. They're going to be updated, and we will be announcing European dates very, very shortly.
Some of these are a little redundant. That's why I'm skipping over them. Guys, this has been so kick-ass. Thank you for all these questions. This is cool.
You answered all those?
Yeah. Did you ask the one about the Monsters of Rock cruise? Did you answer that one?
No, I don't know.
Oh, this is great. From Fred and Dead Swamps. I know these people. I love you guys. Great question. Are you guys going to be available for some party time on the Monsters of Rock cruise in April? I hope to have a cold beer with you. The answer is yes, yes, and yes. Love you guys. Thank you.
Carlisle Idiots, you're asking some great questions. Do you guys like Johnny Cash? Absolutely, of course we do. Which one of his songs would you cover? I actually do a cover version when I do my solo shows of Cocaine Blues. So there you go.
Damon, has anyone ever told you you look a bit like Sean Drover? Hey, you need to show Sean a little more respect than that. That is very disrespectful. No one's ever said that. Okay.
Favorite song of Nightwish, Damon? I don't know any Nightwish songs. So.
Yeah, you know what? I can't name any particular songs. You have to forgive me, Sarah. I saw the show twice. We did a festival with them in Thin Lizzy once, and I did one with them in Alice Cooper. They were great. If you could pick one album to tour again, what would it be?
I don't really understand that question.
One album to tour again of my own, none. I want to tour this one.
That's a good one. Onita 41859, your favorite Scott Gorham senior moment. This is brilliant. When we were writing songs for All Hell Breaks Loose, Scott came in and gave us the riff for Bloodshot, which is an amazing guitar riff. And Damon and I were working on it in my hotel room, and we were laying down the melody and working out the chords and putting it into shape. And we were recording it on Damon's computer. And the phone goes, and it's Scott, and Scott was in the next hotel room. What are you guys doing in there? And I said, you know that riff that you gave us the other day? So Damon and I we've got a song going on. It's sounding really, really good. Expecting Scott to go, hey, killer, I'll come in here, come in and help you guys work on it. He said, could you fucking try and keep it down a bit? I'm trying to watch the fucking Discovery Channel in the room next door here. True story. Only Scotty Gorham, man, would I let get away with that because I love him so much.
Guys, they're giving us the signal. We got to wrap this up very shortly. Thank you for all these great questions, man. They're still coming in.
Last one, Haley Kitchen. How's Robbie Crane set into the band? Amazing. He's inspirational. Robbie's brought so much to Black Star Riders. Fire, aggression, attitude, great guy. He's one of the family. We love him. He's a great addition to this band. Guys, thank you so much for all your support, all your questions.
Awesome.
We can't do this without you. You guys know that. So you're the reason that it keeps rolling along. And please keep supporting us. Killer Instinct is out in Europe February 20th, UK February 23rd, USA February 24th. Please go buy it and keep this thing going.
Guys, we're really proud of this album. Can't wait for you to hear it. Some great stuff on there. Cheers. Thank you all. We'll see you on tour this year. Thank you. Adios.